In this video, we'll be taking a look at 3 NHL games happening on December 8, 2023, and providing you with free team picks and total picks for each one of those games, so 6 picks in total. Welcome back to Cash Out Sports. Let's dive right into it. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe and to click the bell icon to get notified as soon as these videos get released, so that you have more time to plan out your bets as we provide these videos on a daily basis. I can guarantee that you'll have all the important information that you'll need on these 3 NHL games after fully watching this video. One more thing before we start, if you would like to gain access to our best exclusive sports picks to take your journey to the next level, then check out our Patreon in the link down below where we offer our best single picks, parlay picks, and much more. Now let's get started. St. Louis Blues versus Columbus Blue Jackets. The upcoming clash between the St. Louis Blues and the Columbus Blue Jackets at Nationwide Arena promises an intriguing non-conference showdown on Friday evening. The Blues find themselves in the midst of a Central Division battle, currently holding the 5th spot. Their recent 6-3 home loss to the Vegas Golden Knights has left them eager to rebound. On the other side, the struggling Blue Jackets are dwelling at the bottom of the Metropolitan Division and are facing the second half of a back-to-back after their previous road game against the New York Islanders on Thursday. With this encounter marking the first of 2 meetings between the teams, the game is poised to set a compelling tone for their season series. In their recent matchup against the Vegas Golden Knights, the Blues faced defensive challenges, allowing 6 goals, resulting in a disheartening defeat. Despite the offense managing to net 3 goals, it was not sufficient to secure a victory. Currently averaging 2.88 goals per game, the Blues must address their defensive vulnerabilities, conceding an average of 3.16 goals per game. With a 22nd rank in offensive prowess and a 15th rank in defense, the team faces a crucial test in bolstering their defensive capabilities. Noteworthy is Robert Thomas, who has been a standout contributor with 8 goals and 17 assists. The Blue Jackets, on the other hand, have encountered a 2-game losing streak, struggling to find offensive rhythm. In their recent outings against the Boston Bruins and the Los Angeles Kings, the Blue Jackets fell short, managing just 1 goal in each game. Averaging 2.85 goals per game and conceding 3.16 goals on average, the Blue Jackets, placed 22nd in offensive rankings, need a significant offensive boost. Zach Werenski's 1 goal and 18 assists provide a glimmer of hope for their offensive efforts. As the Blues prepare to face the Blue Jackets, their advantage becomes evident in the statistics. Positioned higher in the Central Division, the Blues had the opportunity to exploit their face-off prowess, ranking 14th with a 50.7 face-off win percentage. In contrast, the Blue Jackets lag behind at 25th with a 47.8 face-off win percentage. The goaltending matchup also favors the Blues, with Greaves making only his second career appearance and Hofer bringing experience to the net. The fatigue factor for the Blue Jackets, being on the second half of a back-to-back, adds another layer to the advantage the Blues hold. Although the Columbus Blue Jackets benefit from home ice, an argument arises in favor of the St. Louis Blues being the superior team. With the Blues holding a rest advantage and a history of success in recent meetings, backing them with a money line bet feels justifiable. The Blues have emerged victorious in 5 of the last 7 encounters against the Blue Jackets, further solidifying St. Louis' standing as our preferable side pick. Both teams exhibit underwhelming performances on the power play, ranking 26th and 31st with percentages of 13.75 and 9.46, respectively. Additionally, their struggles to generate shots on goal place them at 26th and 22nd in the league. With these offensive limitations in mind, a trend of low-scoring games is anticipated. Despite neither defense being considered elite, the expectation is that they will elevate their performance sufficiently to keep the game score below the projected total. Consequently, under the total is our recommended full game total pick. Pittsburgh Penguins versus Florida Panthers. As the Pittsburgh Penguins gear up to face the Florida Panthers, the 2 teams find themselves on divergent paths in the current NHL season. The Penguins, sporting an 11-11-3 record, have experienced a downturn with just 3 victories in their last 10 outings, plummeting to the bottom of the Metropolitan Division. Conversely, the Panthers boast a commendable 15-8-2 record, securing the 2nd spot in the Atlantic Division. With both teams aspiring for success this season, the impending clash promises to be a riveting contest. In their recent matchup against the Tampa Bay Lightning, the Penguins encountered significant offensive challenges, managing to net only 1 goal, courtesy of Jake Guentzel. This offensive inconsistency has been a recurring theme, underscoring the team's reliance on solid defense for triumph. currently averaging 2.96 goals while conceding 2.6 goals per game. The Penguins find themselves in a precarious position, occupying the 7th spot in the Metropolitan Division with 25 points, a mere 4 points ahead of the Columbus Blue Jackets. The Florida Panthers, on the other hand, approached this game buoyed by their recent performance against the Dallas Stars, where they netted 5 goals on their way to victory. Evan Rodriguez played a pivotal role, contributing 2 goals and 2 assists. With an average of 3.08 goals for and 2.6 goals against per game, the Panthers boast a robust offensive and defensive presence, ranking 4th in the league for defense. However, they recognize the importance of their defensive unit stepping up, particularly in the impending clash against the struggling Penguins. Despite a recent 3-game losing streak that halted what seemed like a positive turn for the Penguins, they remain determined to rebound and arrest their slide in the Eastern Conference standings. The urgency for a win is palpable, setting the stage for a closely contested defensive battle. Tristan Jarry's historical performance against the Panthers, with a 3-2-0 record, makes the Pittsburgh Penguins money line the full game side pick. Anticipating a tight defensive struggle, both teams boast formidable defensive units poised to control the game from the first puck drop. The Penguins, with a stingy 2.6 goals allowed per game, aim to limit the Panthers' offense by creating turnovers in the defensive zone. On the flip side, the Panthers, who have conceded a mere 11 goals in their last 5 games, look to stifle the Penguins with turnovers in the neutral and defensive zones. The prospect of a low-scoring game is reinforced by historical trends, with 4 out of 5 games featuring Tristan Jarry against the Panthers going under 6.5 goals. In terms of the total pick, the projection is for a game characterized by tight defense and few goals. Both goaltenders, Sergei Bobrovsky and Tristan Jarry, have been in stellar form, adding an extra layer of anticipation for a game that is likely to end with minimal goals. Consequently, under the projected total stands is our full game total pick for this intriguing matchup. Minnesota Wild versus Edmonton Oilers. As the 2023-2024 season unfolded, the Minnesota Wild harbored lofty expectations, only to encounter a disappointing start that led to the dismissal of their head coach. However, a swift turn of events has breathed new life into the team, offering a glimmer of hope for salvaging their season if they can sustain their newfound momentum. In parallel struggles, the Edmonton Oilers began their season on a lackluster note, yet recent weeks have witnessed a remarkable turnaround, catapulting them back into contention, fueled by the stellar performances of their top players. The prospect of a playoff resurgence looms large if these key contributors can maintain their stellar form. The Minnesota Wild presently stand at a record of 9-11-4, with their most recent setback being a 2-0 loss to Vancouver. Despite outshooting their opponents 26-17 and holding a winning streak against formidable teams like Calgary, Chicago, Nashville, and St. Louis, the Wild's power play struggles and defensive vulnerabilities have posed challenges. Matt Zuccarello has been a standout performer, leading the team in goals, assists, and shots on goal. The goaltending responsibility falls on the shoulders of Marc-Andre Fleury, with a season record of 4-4-2. In contrast, the Edmonton Oilers boast a record of 10-12-1, highlighted by a convincing 6-1 victory over Carolina in their last outing. This marked the continuation of a positive streak, including wins against Winnipeg, Vegas, Anaheim, and Washington. The Oilers' offensive prowess, spearheaded by Connor McDavid, has been a defining factor, with a power play efficiency of 26.3%. Stuart Skinner, with a 9-7-1 record, is expected to guard the net for the Oilers. Recent performances underscore the Oilers' impressive form, with defensive improvements evident, particularly in Skinner's last 5 starts. The team's offensive firepower, ranking 7th in the league with 3.43 goals per game, presents a formidable challenge for opponents. Entering a challenging juncture, the Minnesota Wild face the Oilers on the second night of a back-to-back set, following a demanding clash with the Vancouver Canucks. Despite their offensive prowess, the Wild's defensive vulnerabilities could be exploited by the Oilers, who have secured 5 consecutive home victories with an impressive goal tally of 27. Historically, the Wild have dominated the head-to-head matchups against the Oilers, boasting a 9-1 record in their last 10 encounters dating back to October 2019. However, the current season sees a resurgent Oilers team riding a 5-0 winning streak with a commanding scoreline of 27-8. Meanwhile, the Wild have struggled on the road, going 2-4-0 in their past 6 games. While the Wild displayed strength in their recent games before the Vancouver loss, the Oilers are on a hot streak, having outscored opponents 27-8 in their last 5 games, showcasing exceptional defensive prowess with 4 games allowing 2 goals or fewer. Despite the Wild's commendable performance in recent outings, the Oilers' current confidence and winning momentum, coupled with the fatigue factor for Minnesota on the second night of a back-to-back, make the Edmonton Oilers the only logical choice here. So the Edmonton Oilers money line is our full game side pick. Anticipating an offensive spectacle when these two teams clash, recent head-to-head statistics point to a trend of high-scoring affairs, with the over hitting 6-4 in their past 10 meetings and 3-1 in their last 4 games, with a combined 29 goals in their recent encounters and a 7-4 score line in their previous meeting this season. Expectations lean towards an abundance of scoring opportunities. In conclusion, while both teams have made strides defensively, the Oilers' unstoppable offense and the Wild's scoring capabilities set the stage for a high-scoring matchup. Over the projected total is our full game total pick. That's all for now, so if you have any other games you would like reviewed, then leave a comment down below with the game you would like analyzed. Subscribe to our channel, leave a like on this video, and we'll get to it as soon as we possibly can. We would also love to hear your opinion on the picks presented to you in this video, whether you agree or disagree with them, so leave a comment down below and do let us know.